Welcome, boys and girls. It's so good to see you all here today. Happy weekend after Valentine's Day. Today we're going to talk about God, pretty exciting, and how God keeps his promises. Now this is pretty cool. Where are we in our story? If you remember, we've talked about how God made a perfect world and how people came in and they messed it all up. And then God was sad that he had made the world because everyone did totally the opposite of what he asked. And so he wiped away everything with a great big flood. But he chose one man and his family, and he saved man and the animals, and things were wiped clean. And then the amazing thing is that he made a promise. He said that he would never destroy the entire earth with a flood again, which he has kept. We're here. Thank you. Pretty cool. However, with time, guess what? With time, guess what happened? People quit following God again, and they were really bad. But this time, rather than destroying everything, God chose one family. And through this one family, he would show everyone, and eventually Jesus would come, but he would show everyone how he wanted to draw them back to him. And that man's name was Abram. And later, you'll know him as Abraham. Pretty cool. Well, I wanted to talk about promises today. I can remember actually hearing a story of a mean older brother. Now, this older brother went to his little brother who didn't have the ability to make money very easily. And he said, "Hey, do you want 20 bucks? And the little brother's like, "Yeah, I want 20 bucks. And he said, "I tell you what, if you let me crack 12 raw eggs on your head, I'll give you 20 bucks. And the little brother's like, "Well, that's going to make a mess, but it's worth it because I don't have the ability to make 20 bucks on my own." So he said, "Okay, I want to do it." So guess what happened? The big brother took an egg, right on the face, slid down, kind of hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then he walked away, and the little brother's like, "Wait, what about the 12th egg?" And the big brother's like, "Well, if I cracked the 12th egg on you, it'd cost me 20 bucks. Ha ha ha. Not nice at all. Promises. He did not keep his promises. And you know what the sad thing is that even though we do our best, we're still going to break promises. But God keeps his promises always, which is pretty incredible. God keeps his promises. Pretty cool, huh? There's another example of keeping promises, and that is when I was a little kid and I was in school, and I would have maybe a couple bucks in my wallet, and a kid would say, "Oh, hey, Joel, can I borrow $5? I promise I'll pay you back tomorrow." And I'd be like, "Oh man, I want the $5 because when I go home from school today, I get to ride my bike to the store and I'm gonna buy candy and I'm so excited." And they'd be like, "Oh, come on, man, I need it, I really do. I promise I'll pay you back tomorrow." I'd be like, "Okay, you can borrow my $5. Well, guess what happened? The next day comes, and my friend, he does not pay me back. Not pay me back. And I'll be like, "Hey, you promised." And he'll be like, "Oh man, I promise I'll pay you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that." And I'd be like, okay. Then the next day, "Hey man, you promised. You said you'd pay me back." And he'd be like, "Oh, I forgot. I'll try to remember tomorrow." And he just would keep telling me stuff like that. And you can only imagine I never got my $5 back, which is kind of sad. But once again, the cool thing is that God always keeps his promises. God always keeps his promises. Check this out. This is pretty cool. I have a special bag here. I'm going to stick these pieces inside of it. Nothing is changing. I'm shaking it up. Because why? Because God always keeps his promises. What do we have? What do we have? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? What? God keeps his promises. So I need everyone to sit up straight. I need everyone to point their nose right up here and freeze. Because we have an incredible lesson for you today.